Today we are going to solve A-Level Physics Paper Code 9702 Paper 4. Topic is oscillations and the questions from the year 2016. We are going to discuss all these 7 questions. All these 7 questions are related to oscillations and these questions are from Paper 4 of different variants of the year 2016. Now question number 1. This question is from paper 4 variant 2 of February-March 16. In the paper it is question number 4. An object of mass 80 gram oscillates with simple harmonic motion. The variation with time t of the displacement x of the object is shown in figure 4.1. It is figure 4.1. Use figure 4.1 to determine the amplitude and the period of the oscillations. What is meant by amplitude? Amplitude is vertical distance from equilibrium position or the mean position to the peak position. It is our mean position or equilibrium position and here it is our peak position. This peak position is approximately equal to 1.8. It is 1, it is 2. In between 1 and 2 we have 5 small squares. So here one small square represents 0.2. So here it will be 1.8. So amplitude will be equal to 1.8 centimeter. What about the time period? Time period is the time taken by a wave in between two consecutive crests or in between two consecutive troughs. Here it is crest, it is second crest. So here these are two consecutive crests and the time taken in between these two consecutive crests is given 0.3 second. So time period will be 0.3 second. So amplitude is here 1.8 centimeter and time period is 0.3 second. Next part B, use figure 4.1 and your answer in A to calculate the kinetic energy of the object at time t is equal to 0.19 second. At time t is equal to 0.19 second means at this point we have to find out the energy in the wave. It is 0.1, it is 0.2 second. In between 0.1 and 0.2 we have 10 small squares. So one small square will represent 0.01. So this point will be 0.19. At 0.19 second we have to find out the energy in the wave. Now to calculate the energy in the wave, we are going to use the formula delta Ek is equal to half omega square x naught square minus x square. Where this m for mass, this omega for angular frequency, this x naught is the amplitude at time t is equal to 0 second and this x is the amplitude at time t is equal to 0.19 second. Now here m, mass is given here. It is 80 gram, but this 80 gram we have to convert in kilogram because we have to consider mass in kilogram. So here m in kilogram will be equal to 80 multiplied by 10 power minus 3. This omega, it is angular frequency or angular velocity. This angular frequency is given as 2 pi over t, where this t is for time period. Now time period we have calculated in the previous part, it is 0.3. So here time period will be 0.3 second. And by solving this one, we will get the value of omega, it is 21. So value of omega is 21. Now x naught is the amplitude at time t is equal to 0 second. At time t is equal to 0 second, amplitude is 1.8 and at time t is equal to 0.19 second, it is 1.2. So value of x naught is 1.8 and value of x is 1.2 and these two values are in centimeter. Now we have to consider the values, we have to consider the amplitude in meters. That's why we have to multiply this 1.8 by 10 power minus 2 and also we have to multiply 1.2 by 10 power minus 2 to convert it in meters. Now we have substituted all the numeric values. By solving this one, we will get the answer 3.2 into 10 power minus 3 joules. So kinetic energy in the wave at time t is equal to 0.19 second is 3.2 into 10 power minus 3 joules. Next question. It is from paper 4 variant 1 May June 16. In the paper it is question number 3 part A. State by reference to displacement what is meant by simple harmonic motion. An object is said to be in simple harmonic motion when acceleration is directly proportional to displacement, and this acceleration and displacement should be in opposite direction. Mathematically, we can write A is proportional to minus x, where A for acceleration, x for displacement, and this negative sign represents that acceleration and displacement are in opposite direction. Next part B. A mass is undergoing oscillations in a vertical plane. The variation with displacement x of the oscillation A of the mass is shown in figure 3.1. It is figure 3.1. In this figure, in this graph, on the x-axis we have displacement and on the y-axis we have acceleration. And from the graph, it is noticed that this gradient is not in a straight line, and second thing, this acceleration and displacement are not equal in positive and negative axis. Here it is less, here it is more. The maximum acceleration is more in negative axis, and in positive axis the maximum acceleration is less. State two reasons why the motion of the mass is not simple harmonic. For simple harmonic motion, we have studied that acceleration and displacement are directly proportional to each other. But here in the graph, it is clear that the magnitude of maximum acceleration or displacement are not equal. So here we can say that in this graph, it is clear that acceleration and displacement are not directly proportional, so it will not execute simple harmonic motion. Second thing, acceleration and displacement both are directly proportional to each other in simple harmonic motion. And when we plot a graph in between two physical quantities that are directly proportional to each other, their gradient is in a straight line. Here the gradient is not in a straight line, so this represents that acceleration and displacement are not directly proportional to each other, or we can say they are not in simple harmonic motion. So second point, what we can write, there is not a straight line, means acceleration is not directly proportional to displacement. A block of wood is floating in a liquid as shown in figure 3.2. The block is displaced vertically and then released. The variation with time t of the displacement v of the block from its equilibrium position is shown in figure 3.3. Okay, it is figure 3.3. Use data from figure 3.3 to determine the angular frequency omega of the oscillations. Angular frequency or angular velocity is given as omega, and omega is given as 2 pi over t, where t is for time period. Now what is time period? Time period is the time taken by a wave to complete a distance in between two consecutive crests or in between two consecutive troughs. Here in the graph, it is start of the wave, it is first trough, it is second trough, and in between these two consecutive troughs, the time taken is 0.8 seconds. So here time period t will be 0.8 second. Now here time period is 0.8 second, and by solving this one, we will get the answer 7.85, that is approximately equal to 7.9 radian per second. So here angular frequency is 7.9 radian per second. Next part, part 2, the maximum vertical acceleration of the block. Acceleration is given as minus omega square x, where a for acceleration, omega for angular frequency, and x for displacement. Now here angular frequency we have calculated in the previous part. It is 7.85 or 7.9. It is 7.85 or 7.9. So we can use here 7.85 or we can use 7.9. Here x, it is displacement, or it is called amplitude. What is the value of amplitude x? from the graph, it is our equilibrium or our mean position. It is our peak position. In between mean and peak position, the distance is 1.5. So here amplitude is 1.5. But this amplitude is in centimeter. It is in centimeter. And here we have to consider this amplitude in meters. That's why we have to multiply this 1.5 by 10 power minus 2. And by solving this one, we will get the answer 93 or 94 meter per second square. So expression will be 93 meter per second square. Next part 3. The block has mass 120 gram. The oscillations of the block are damped. Calculate the loss in energy of the oscillations of the block during the first 3 complete period of its oscillation. Here we have to find out the loss in kinetic energy because of damping after 3 complete periods, after 3 complete waves. It is first wave, now it is second wave, and it is third wave. So here after completion of the third wave, at this point we have to find out the loss in kinetic energy in the wave. To calculate the loss in kinetic energy in the wave, we have to use the formula half m omega square x naught square minus x square. Now x naught is the maximum displacement that is given here at a amplitude of 1.5, and x will be the amplitude after completion of 3 waves, means the amplitude at time t is equal to 2.4 seconds. So here we have to substitute the values. We have to use the formula delta Ek is equal to half m omega square x naught square minus x square, where this m for mass, omega for angular frequency, this x naught is the maximum displacement, or in our case we can say this x naught is the amplitude at time t is equal to 0 second, and this x is the amplitude at time t is equal to 2.4 seconds after completion of 3 waves. Now after completion of 3 waves, the amplitude is 0.9, it is 0.5, it is 1. So here we can say displacement x naught is equal to 1.5 and displacement x is equal to 0.9, and both the displacement are in centimeter, so we have to convert these displacement from centimeter to meter. Now just here we have to substitute the numeric values. This m is mass. Mass is given 120 gram. We have to consider this mass in kilogram. That's why we have to multiply this one by 10 power minus 3. When we will multiply this 120 by 10 power minus 3, we will get 0.12. Now this omega, it is angular frequency or angular velocity. This angular frequency or angular velocity we have calculated in the previous part. It is 7.85 or 7.9. So here we can use 7.85 or 7.9. Now here x naught, this x naught is the amplitude at time t is equal to 0 second. At time t is equal to 0 second, it is 1.5 centimeter. And this x is the amplitude of the wave after completion of 3 complete time periods, and that is 0.9. It is in centimeter. Here I forget to change this one in meters. We have to multiply this 1.5 by 10 power minus 3, and we have to multiply this 0.9 by 10 power minus 3 to convert this one in meters. So please you multiply this one by 10 power minus 3 and also multiply this one by 10 power minus 3. And by solving this one, we will get the answer 5.3 into 10 power minus 4 joules. So kinetic energy after completion of 3 time periods or after completion of 3 waves, it will be 5.3 into 10 power minus 4 joules. Okay, it is end of the question. Next question. This question is from paper 4 variant 2 of May-June 16, and in the paper it is question number 4. A metal block hangs vertically from one end of a spring. The other end of the spring is tied to a thread that passes over a pulley and is attached to a vibrator as shown in figure 4.1. It is figure 4.1. Part A. The vibrator is switched off. The metal block of mass 120 gram is displaced vertically and then released. The variation with time t of the displacement y of the block from its equilibrium position is shown in figure 4.2. It is figure 4.2. For the vibrations of the block, calculate the angular frequency omega. Angular frequency omega is given as 2 pi over t, where t for time period. Time period means the time taken by a wave from one crest to another crest or to move from one trough to another trough. It is first trough, it is second trough, and the time taken to move the wave from this first to second trough means here the time taken by the wave in between two consecutive troughs is 0.6 second. So here time period will be 0.6 second. So omega will be 2 pi over 0.6, and by solving this one we will get 10.47, and the unit of angular frequency is radian per second. So it is 10.47 radian per second. Second part, the energy of the vibrations. Energy of the vibration means here we have to find out the kinetic energy of the wave. To find out the kinetic energy of the wave, we have to use the formula half m omega square x naught square. Now here this m for mass, omega for angular frequency, and x naught is the maximum amplitude. Here mass is given 120 gram. Mass is given 120 gram. So in kilogram it will be equal to 120 over 1000. It will be 0.12 kilogram. Now what about the angular frequency? It is already calculated. It is say 10.47. So here m 0.12 kilogram, omega 10.47 or 10.5. We can write this one. What about x naught? X naught is the maximum amplitude. Here it is our mean position or equilibrium position. It is our peak position, and the vertical distance in between mean and peak position is called amplitude. So here value of amplitude is 2 centimeter. But here in the formula we have to use this amplitude in meter. That's why we have to multiply this 2 by 10 power minus 2, and by solving this one we will get the answer 2.6 into 10 power minus 3 joules. So the energy of the vibrations will be 2.6 into 10 power minus 3 joules. Part B. The vibrator is now switched on. The frequency of vibration is varied from 0.7 F to 1.3 F, where F is the frequency of vibration of block in A. For the block, complete figure 4.3 to show the variation with frequency of the amplitude of the vibration. This topic we have studied in resonance. In resonance, we have studied that with the increase in driving frequency of the vibrator, the amplitude increases, and when the driving frequency becomes equal to natural frequency, at this time the amplitude is maximum. Now with the further increase in driving frequency, the amplitude does not increase, it starts to decrease. So maximum amplitude will be at the point where we have driving frequency equal to natural frequency. So here in our question it is given that the vibration is varied from 0.7 F to 1.3 F. So when we start from 0.7 F and when we will move up to frequency F, its amplitude will be increased. At this point, its frequency will be equal to natural frequency, it will be equal to F. Now with further increase in frequency from f, what will happen? The amplitude will not increase, it will start to decrease. So amplitude will be decreased after getting the natural frequency that will be equal to f. So at natural frequency, it will have maximum amplitude, and when the driving frequency is less than natural frequency or more than natural frequency, its amplitude will be less or its amplitude will be decreased. So here this curve we have to show that is labeled by alphabet A. Label this line A. So this line or this curve is labeled by alphabet A. Now move to next part. Some light feathers are now attached to the block B to increase air resistance. The frequency of vibration is once again varied from 0.7 F to 1.3 F. The new amplitude of vibration is measured for each frequency. On figure 4.3, draw a line to show the variation with frequency of the amplitude of variation labeled with line B. On the same graph, again we have to draw a line when we have increased some load. Now with the increase in load, what will happen? The damping will be increased, and with the increase in damping, the amplitude will be decreased. So here what we have to show here, that with the increase in load, with the increase in weight, now the amplitude will be decreased. Before the amplitude was up to this point, up to this height. Now with the increase in load, with the increase in weight, the amplitude will be decreased. So peak position in the second case will be less than the peak position as compared to previous one. So here again the same thing, when we start from 0.7 and move to the natural frequency, its amplitude will be increased. Now at F it will have maximum amplitude, but this amplitude will be less than the amplitude as shown in the previous condition. Now when we increase the frequency from natural frequency up to 1.3, its amplitude will be decreased. So here the maximum amplitude will be at natural frequency F, and its amplitude will be less when the frequency is less than natural frequency or when it is more than natural frequency. So here this A is shown without any load and this B is shown with some load. Okay, it is end of the question. Now next question. Next question is from paper 4 variant 3 of May June 16. This question is same as in paper 4 variant 1 of May June 16. This question we have already discussed. Now move to next question. This question is from paper 4 variant 1 of October November 16. In the paper it is question number 3. To determine simple harmonic motion, a student attaches a trolley to two similar stretch springs as shown in figure 3.1. The trolley has mass of 810 gram. The trolley is displaced along the line of the two springs and then released. The subsequent acceleration A of the trolley is given by the expression A is equal to minus 2 kx over m, where the spring constant K for each of the spring is 64 Newton per meter, value of K is 64 Newton per meter, and x is the displacement of the trolley. Show that the frequency of the oscillation of the trolley is 2 Hz. Here we have to find out the value of frequency and we have to show that the frequency is 2 Hz. For simple harmonic motion, we have studied a formula A is equal to minus omega square x, where A for acceleration, omega for angular frequency, and x for amplitude. Here for acceleration, the equation is given A is equal to minus 2 kx over m. So here we can say this minus 2 kx over m is equal to minus omega square into x. So by comparing both the equations, we can write 2k over m is equal to omega square. 2k over m is equal to omega square. Now this omega is angular frequency, that is equal to 2 pi f, where this f is frequency or we can say it is linear frequency. Now value of K, it is given, it is 64 Newton per meter. Value of M is given, it is mass is given here. It is 810 gram, but here mass we have to consider in kilogram. That's why we have to divide this 810 by 1000. We will get 0.81. Now 2 pi f, this f we have to find out. Now by solving this one, we will get f square is equal to 4, and by taking square root on both the sides, we will get f is equal to 2 Hertz. So here frequency will be 2 Hertz. Next part, the maximum displacement of the trolley is 1.6 meter. Calculate the maximum speed of the trolley. Maximum speed is given as V0 and V0 is equal to omega x0, where this omega for angular frequency and x0 is maximum displacement. Now here omega is equal to 2 pi f, so V0 will be equal to 2 pi f x0. Here frequency we have calculated, it is 2 Hertz, so here it will be equal to 2 pi multiplied by 2. Now what about this x0? X0 is the maximum displacement, that is given here 1.6 centimeter. This 1.6 centimeter we have to change in meter, that's why we have to multiply this one by 10 power minus 2, and by solving this one we will get the answer 0.2 meter per second. So here maximum velocity is 0.2 meter per second. Next part, part C. The mass of the trolley is increased. The initial displacement of the trolley remains unchanged. Suggest the change, if any, that occurs in the frequency and in the maximum speed of the oscillations of the trolley. In the previous question, we have studied that with the increase in mass or with the increase in load, there is a phenomenon of damping, and in damping, frequency of the wave decreases and also velocity of the wave decreases. So here we have increased the mass, and with the increase in mass means we have increased the load. So with the increase in load there will be effect of damping, and because of damping the frequency and maximum speed will be decreased. So here for frequency it will be decreased, for maximum speed it will be decreased. Okay, move to next question. Next question is from paper 4 variant 2 of October-November 16. It is question number 4 in the paper. A mass hangs vertically from a fixed point by means of a spring as shown in figure 4.1. The mass is displaced vertically and then released. The subsequent oscillations of the mass are simple harmonic. The variation with time t of the length L of the spring is shown in figure 4.2. It is figure 4.2. Use figure 4.2 to state two values of t which the mass is moving downwards with maximum speed. First thing, the maximum speed of the mass will be when it is at mean position. At the peak position, the speed is 0, and at the mean position, the speed is maximum. Now first we check where is the mean position. It is 17, it is 13. So the mean position will be in between this 17 and 13. It will be our mean position. 15 will be our mean position. Now the velocity will be maximum either at this point, or at this point, or at this point. Here the length of the spring is given 17. Here length of the spring is given 13. Here length is decreasing when the object is moving along this path. Since here length is decreasing, so here we can say the object is moving in the upward direction. Now from 13 to 17, it is moving in the downward direction because here length of the spring is increasing. When it is moving in the downward direction, at this point, at this stage, when it is at a height or at a length of 15 centimeter, its speed will be maximum. So its speed will be maximum at time approximately 0.2 to 5 seconds. Now second time, its speed will be maximum and it will be moving in the downward direction at this point. At this point, this time will be approximately equal to 0.525 seconds. So its speed will be maximum and it will be moving in the downward direction at time t is equal to 0.225 and at time t is equal to 0.525 seconds. So time will be 0.225 and time will be 0.525 seconds. Second part, determine for three oscillations the angular frequency omega. Angular frequency is given as 2 pi over t, where t is for time period. Now time period is the time taken to move the wave from one crest to another crest. Here it is first crest, it is second crest, and the time taken to move from this first crest to the second crest is 0.3 second. So the time period will be 0.3 second. Time period is 0.3 second. By solving this one, we will get 20.9, that is approximately equal to 21 radian per second. Now third part, show that the maximum speed of the mass is 0.42 meter per second. Maximum velocity is given as V0. V0 is equal to omega x0, where omega for angular frequency and x0 is the maximum displacement, or we can say it is the maximum amplitude. Now angular frequency we have calculated 20.9. What is the value of amplitude? What is the value of x0? Here the amplitude will be the distance, will be the vertical distance from this mean position to peak position. It is 15, it is 17, so the distance in between these 2 points will be 17 minus 15, it will be 2 centimeter. So here the amplitude is 2 centimeter, but for the amplitude we have to consider this one in meter, that's why we have multiplied this one by 10 power minus 2. And by solving this one, we will get V0 is equal to 0.42 meters per second. So maximum velocity 0.42 meters per second. Part B, use data from figure 4.2 and A3 to sketch on the axis of the figure 4.3 the variation with displacement x from the equilibrium position of the velocity v of the mass. Here we have to plot a graph in between displacement and velocity. Maximum velocity we have calculated here, it is 0.42 meter per second. Now maximum velocity is when the object is at the mean position. When the object is at equilibrium or at mean position, its velocity is maximum. Now in the graph, it is our mean position. At the mean position, velocity will be maximum, that will be 0.42 meters per second. And same thing in the negative axis, here at equilibrium position, its velocity will be minus 4.2 meters per second. Now at the maximum displacement, what is the velocity? At the maximum displacement or acceleration, it is 0. So at the maximum displacement, at displacement 2 centimeter, its velocity will be 0. Same thing for the negative axis. At negative maximum displacement means at negative amplitude, its velocity will be 0. So here we will get the point minus 2, 0. Here we will get the point 2, 0. And here it will be 0, minus 4.2. And here it will be 0, 4.2. Now by joining all the points, we will get an oval shape that is shown here. So it is our required graph. Okay, it is the end of the question. Now next question. Next question is from paper 4 variant 3 October November 16. This question is same as in paper 4 variant 1 October November 16. This question we have already solved. Now it is the last question. Okay, now we have completed all the questions from the topic oscillation from the year 2016.